the landscape that we have right now, it's incredibly divided. It feels as though there is a really huge clash between creators and tech. I think particularly as we see AI come into it right now, and I think what kind of exemplifies this the most is when we talk about things like licensing and compliance and consent when AI companies train on copyrighted material. And I think, it's obviously incredibly hard to balance creativity and technological innovation, but I think that we have a space right now which is veering slightly more towards technological innovation than it is protecting the creative rights of artists and musicians. And for myself as a musician and an industry professional, somebody who listens to music, consumes music, and works in music on a daily basis, I view that as really, really worrying, because I think it's only going to produce an industry that is given less value by the tech sector effectively.
Yeah, and music listeners as well, right?
Yeah, 100%, because that's what it all plays back to. That's the consumer at the end of the day.
So what does true informed consent look like in practice, and how realistic do you think it is to be able to scale it?
I think, obviously, when we talk about consent, we talk about things like opt-in and opt-out. When it pertains to AI, I mean, and currently we don't obviously have that. Like I say, it's looking from a tech perspective and from a legislative perspective, it's looking like we're going to move further and further away from that in the interests of winning the AI race from multiple companies and countries rather. So, but I feel like, to answer your question, in an ideal world, when it comes to consent, there would be every single artist and every single rights holder of music would have an opportunity to either opt in or opt out to having their data trained on. If they decide to opt in, then they should be paid either as a flat fee at the beginning, some kind of like advance, if you will, or some kind of split of a royalty pool from the outputs of these Gen AI models make. And overall, just have a little bit more control, because currently artists and creatives and musicians don't have any control over how their works are used to train AI systems, which are ultimately going to be creating content that they will be competing with. And that feels really unfair.